All right, so we got a Rottweiler and a Chihuahua-looking dog. Chihuahua's being dominant over the Rottweiler. Tail's up. He's trying to put his head over the shoulder, but it's not very effective with a dog that big. The Rottweiler also has his tail up, but he is being more tolerant for now. Someone's growling. I can't tell which dog it is.
The Rottweiler.
But basically you got the Chihuahua being super dominant, putting his head over the dog's shoulder, tail straight up, super stiff. You got the Rottweiler with his tail up, which means he's dominant too, but he's more tolerant of the smaller dog. Now, if this was two big dogs, probably be a different story. And this just goes to show that small dogs tend to get away with things more than big dogs.
That's a nervous scenario. That make me nervous.
All right, so we got this guy, two big dogs. He drops a bone. He steps over it, staring at the dogs, cornering them, which is a move of dominance. Now he's standing over the bone, staring at the bone, making dominant postures towards these other dogs. That he's basically acting like he's a dog, but both dogs are wagging their tails horizontally, which overall means friendliness. And this guy's now chewing the bone, holding the bone. Just this guy's crazy. Now he's like pushing it to him. Then let me guess, he's gonna take it away, or he's gonna jump at him or something. So there's really no need for all this, you know what I'm saying? Especially a human trying to act like a dog. I mean, these dogs right here seem pretty friendly. They got their tails wagging horizontally. Overall, pretty submissive to the guy. He keeps cornering them. This is just, if it were different dogs, this would be a whole different scenario. Yeah, these dogs are just wanting the bone. I mean, come on, let the boys have the bone. You know what I'm saying? Let the boys have the bone. I think we've had enough of this.
They're never gonna want that bone.
I mean, they're wagging their tails. They're happy. They're fine. This dude's just going overboard. He's like, look, this is what you have to do with your dog.
They're confused.
No, you don't. You don't have to do this. Don't do this with any dog. Totally unnecessary. Totally not needed. Now he walks away. I'm assuming after they went for the bone, he decided to do the same thing again. So. Got a restaurant scenario. What the hell is going on? Oh, looks like a dog. Oh, he grabbed a different dog.
Why is he not letting go?
Holy shit.
Oh my god, her ear is like gone. Bro, he needs put down. He needs put.
I don't think the dog needs to be put down. The dog needs some training. They're saying put down the dog. The dog just needs some training. But there's basically a restaurant scenario. It seems like there's two dogs in the restaurant. One was like a bigger dog. The other was a super small dog. The bigger dog ran up, grabbed a hold of the small dog, wouldn't let go. That's a genetic thing. If a dog's going to hold on like that, that's more genetics. And everyone's like kicking the dog, punching the dog. Nothing's letting go, or nothing's getting the dog to let go. Eventually it lets go, and then this guy's bear hugging the dog to hold it off the other dog. So a couple things here from my perspective. Number one, if you're in that situation where a dog is latched onto another dog, they're locked down that dog, there's a couple ways you could possibly get that dog to break their grip. Number one, you can wrap a leash up underneath that dog's neck, up close to the top of the neck, and tighten that down, hopefully inducing some kind of release, but not necessarily going to happen at all times. But if the dog does lose blood flow to the head, there is a potential that it could open up its mouth. Also, you can get something in between the molars on the dog's neck or mouth, stick something back there, like if you're at a restaurant like this, could be like the end of a butter knife or a spoon or something like that. Stick it back there, basically tickle the back of their neck to induce the gag reflex. Gag reflex, boom, that dog opens their mouth, lets go of the other dog. But in general, you know, we do talk about a lot taking your dogs out to restaurants for socialization and distraction work, things like that. But you don't want to take an untrained dog out that is going to result in something like this, right? So definitely want to be aware of your surroundings. Also, you do want to think about what you're going to do in these situations where things go wrong, things go sideways. Then you got, you know, the potential for a dog redirecting on a human. You got this guy bear hugging the dog. You know, if this was a dog that would redirect, it looks like this dog won't, but if it was a dog that would redirect, you got to be careful of that. You're going to be using basically raw strength at that point to hold that dog away from you. You know what I'm saying? All right, we got a dog. Looks like it's behind a door. Door's getting open. Dog's barking. Someone says I don't get paid enough for this. Must be a dog walker. Yeah. So they open the door. They're obviously nervous.
I'm gonna throw this away first because I need to.
They're walking back into the house.
I know something's about that.
Doing something with the trash can. Yeah. They're definitely nervous. This dog's going crazy. Open the door. Let me guess. This dog latches on. Nope. Got the tail. Okay. Okay. There's something going on over by the food bowls. But basically, this dog comes into the house, immediately crouched over, tail immediately tucked, and starting to go after this person. It seemed like maybe the dog was protecting the food bowl area once they actually got it into the house, but I'm not really 100% sure about that. But obviously we're going up to the back door. The dog's displaying, you know, some type of reactive behavior. They come in the house. They're showing immediate signs of insecurity or nervousness. And this dog, when it hits fight or flight, it's very obvious that it's going to fight and not flight. So if you're a dog walker in this situation, I'd definitely set up some sessions with the owner to familiarize yourself with the dog before you go over and try to handle it by yourself. But when the dog's first outside on the back patio, you know, the tail's wagging, which means arousal. Doesn't mean it's nice. And then it's also more in a lowered position, which means it's more insecure. This dog's definitely scared. Just watch it first.
Come on, come on, come on. Where the hell do you belong? Come on, whiskey.
Oh my God, dude. These people are freaking out. This dog's trying to play.
That looks like whiskey. That was just here.
All right, so we got this German Shepherd puppy. This lady's trying to walk it. We have this other puppy that comes out of nowhere. So if you look at the German Shepherd puppy first, it's kind of like reactive toward the other dog. It has its tail straight up, which means it's being dominant. But, you know, this dog's not really showing behavior that it would, you know, cause harm to the other dog. Also, it's on the leash. It's got a lot of tension. The owner's yelling at it. So we have all those factors into effect. The dog that's off leash, running around the neighborhood, is definitely in a playful mood. It's got its tail up. It's doing a play bow. It's looking around. It's running around, whatever. You know, so I'm not really concerned about that dog if I was the lady walking my dog on a leash. So I'd just be continuing to walk away from this other dog, trying to ignore it. And also would be working on a heel position so that my dog, like this German Shepherd puppy, can also learn to ignore the distractions that are around us as well. But in this situation, you know, if I'm the one walking the dog, I'm not that concerned. If I see a dog like this running up to me, I'm just going to try and ignore it, just walk away. Once that other dog gets bored or not getting any responses from us, it should be moving on.
Someone says this was staged.
What the hell?
This is making my skin
Get
crawl.
on the floor. Pass my phone.
All right, Aaron, what do you got?
This pit bull is on this owner. Oh my gosh, this makes my skin crawl. I can't. I'm like on the edge of
Yeah,
my seat
definitely a
watching
skin
it.
crawl situation.
Yeah, she's petting it. It's just reinforcing it. Tails up. Just trying to dominate the owner. She does not know what to do. She's grabbing it.
Yeah, definitely a dominant dog. Whatever's going on, there's like another dog in the background eating food or whatever.
She's trying to get out the room.
Yeah, it could be something linked to that, but basically the lady's on her bed. You got the dog crawling on her, growling at her, licking his lips. You know, she is making contact with the dog, so at least it's not causing a reaction. But at a certain point, you know, she's yelling at the dog, telling it to sit down, telling it to get off. and the dog does escalate at a certain point, but then it does de-escalate. So I mean, this dog just needs to know where it's at in the pecking order in the house. You know what I'm saying? But super dominant dog, trying to dominate the lady. This could obviously escalate into a bite at a certain point. I'm just waiting for one of these videos where it actually results in a latch on. That'd be super unpleasant to watch. This is unpleasant to watch.
That hasn't happened in this case.
Yeah. But again, if you have a dog that's doing this, you need to immediately change what you're doing. These opportunities should not be available to your dog. Your dog should not be practicing this type of behavior. All right, so we got this Rottweiler up on the couch. We got the guy vacuuming. There's 2 people on the couch. So first of all, if this was me, this would not be happening. The dog would be off the couch if the dog's reacting to the vacuum. Basically, it seems like this dude is taunting the dog with the vacuum by going back and forth, going right up to the dog, whatever. The dog's getting frustrated. It's grabbing the cushion on the couch. The dog's now getting yelled at for having the cushion. I mean, this could easily turn into a redirection onto the kid or the lady that's on the couch. Not good to go. But this dude that's vacuuming is just escalating the situation by trying to taunt the dog. So dogs that do react to vacuums, we do see that in training, and those dogs have to learn to ignore the vacuum, be desensitized to the vacuum. This is obviously not the way to do that. So, you know, again, if this was me walking into this house making recommendations, first of all, I'd be saying don't let your dog on the couch like that, because now the dog's in a dominant position, right? It's also standing over the child and the lady, which is being dominant over them. And we're escalating the behavior by taunting the dog with the vacuum, basically. So we need to redirect that behavior of reacting at the vacuum, barking at the vacuum, and turn that into something else. Usually going to be like laying down or going to your kennel or ignoring the vacuum altogether. But typically the way that vacuum reactivity starts out with most dogs is a prey drive thing. So, you know, the vacuum, it's making noise, it's moving. So a lot of times that can induce prey drive in dogs, and then it just creates a bunch of reactivity from the dog overall. That's usually how it starts, and then it escalates into other things.
I would not let that dog near my kids.
Oh, definitely.
Like, I mean, that's just putting them or myself in an unsafe scenario. I mean, yeah, I see it says it's a guard dog. I mean, I don't know.
Where does it say that at?
In the hashtags.
Oh.
Watch this guard dog
Definitely
in
not.
action. I mean, most
Definitely
likely
not a
doing
guard
that.
dog.
Yeah. I mean, giving it a privilege of being on the couch, like you said, giving it a little bit of dominant behavior.
Mm-hmm.
And it's right next to my kid. He takes the cushion out from under him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what's next?
Yeah. Well, also the other thing too is, like, you know, couch versus the floor. The floor is going to be more of that submissive place to have your dog at. The couch is going to be more of that dominant place. So, you know, I'm not saying not to have your dog on the couch sometimes. Like, we all want to sit with our dogs. That's why we have pet dogs and stuff like that. But there does need to be rules and boundaries about when you're on the couch versus off the couch.
Mm-hmm.